Good morning. Welcome to Share Market Mike. Reliance Industries yesterday announced their quarterly result along with their financial data. We will try to quickly go over the data in this video and see what the growth of the company is and try to understand the various segments or the various businesses of the company and see how they have performed, especially Geo. We also will look at the earnings per share and few other ratios that the company has provided us. And the important disclaimer is I am not a SEBI registered advisor, and this video is the presentation of my interpretation of the data provided by the company. Before proceeding any further, if you liked our videos, kindly support us by hitting the like, subscribe and share button. What we see on the screen currently is the quarterly data provided by the company. The revenue from operation after subtracting the GST for this quarter, which is the March quarter, is 1,54,896, and all the numbers here in the screen are in crore rupees. So if you compare that to the previous quarter, which is the December quarter, there is an increase of almost 25%. If you compare it to the previous year same quarter, which is year on year, there is an increase in the revenue by 11%, and the profit for the period similarly is 14,995 crore rupees. Compared to the previous quarter, it is 0.68% only increase, but compared to the previous year same quarter year on year, almost 129% jump in the profit. One important factor here is the exceptional gain that the company has showed us. The exceptional gain is on the higher side for the current quarter, and the reason behind that is the divestment that the company has made and the amount that they have got through that divestment. On top of the profit, other comprehensive income are added, and totally we get 15,237 crores for this quarter. That compared to the previous quarter, it is a jump of close to 140%, and previous year same quarter there is a dip of 38.71%. Earnings per share has improved. Earnings per share for this quarter is 20.52 per share. For the previous quarter, it was 20.33, and year on year, it was only 9.95. So, quarter on quarter, close to 1% jump, and year on year, 106% jump in the earnings per share. Debt to equity ratio, the lesser the better for this company. This also has come down, which is a positive sign. From 0.4 in the previous quarter to 0.36, and from the previous year, it has come down drastically from 0.75 to 0.36. Interest coverage ratio, the higher the better this value. For those who don't know interest coverage ratio, a small background. Interest coverage ratio gives the ability of the company to pay the interest of the debt that the company has taken from the revenue for that period that we consider for the financial data. So interest coverage ratio, the higher the better. So for this quarter it is 4.85, which is better than the previous quarter, which is 4.49, and year on year also it is better, 3.22, and now it is 4.85, which is also a good sign. Now we will see the financial data for the entire year, financial year 2021 compared against financial year 2020. Revenue from operation, again this is after subtracting the GST, it has gone down close by 21%, and the profit for the period, this is all consolidated data, profit for the period has gone up by 35%, and the simple reason is the expenses is cut down in this year. And also the exceptional gain is on the higher side for this particular financial year. If you look at the total comprehensive income added to the profit, we get a 58.66% increase compared to the previous year, and earnings per share also has improved by 21%. For the current financial year, which is 2021, it was 76.37. For financial year 2020, it was 63.07. Debt to equity ratio, the lesser the better, and that is also looking good, from 0.75 to 0.36. Interest coverage ratio slightly is negative because it has come down. The higher the better this values, from 3.64 it has come down to 3.35. The profit for the period, which is financial year 2021, 53,739 crores, is some sort of a record as per the company's press release. The company also has recommended a dividend of rupees 7 per share. Now we will look at the data for Reliance Jio. Consolidated full year net profit for the year was 12,537 crore. The total customer base as on 31st March is 426.2 million. The net addition, which means the ones that have come in and the ones that are left and all those subtractions, it is 37.9 million customers. The total data traffic for the year is 62.5 billion GB, which has seen a growth of almost 29%. For the quarter, what we saw earlier was for the full year. For the quarter, the net profit is 3,508 crores, which is having a growth of 0.5%. The total customer base as on 31st March is 426.2 million, and the net addition for this quarter alone is 15.4 million customers. The slightly disappointing factor here in the result is the ARPU, which is the average revenue per user. For this quarter, it has been 138.2 per month, but previous quarter it was 151 per subscriber per month. So it has come down, which is a slight negative for the company. The total data traffic for the quarter was 16.7 billion GB, which is 5.2% of growth. Now let us see the various segments of business within the Reliance Industries, how they have performed. So for that, we have to know what are the segments the company has defined. So the first one is oil to chemicals. The business that comes under this segment includes refining, petrochemicals, the Reliance BP mobility project, aviation fuel, then the polymers, polyesters and elastomers business. The second segment is the oil and gas, that includes exploration, development, production of crude oil and natural gas. The third is the retail. We know it's the consumer retail and the other range of related services. And the fourth is the digital services, where Jio comes in. And then the financial services, where the company makes an investment, including NBFCs and insurance broking. And to the businesses that doesn't fit in these segments, they map it to the others category. So now we will quickly see how these segments have performed in their quarterly businesses. What we see on the screen now is the revenue data for each of these segments. So if we look at it, oil to chemicals is what is providing them the highest of the revenue, followed by the retail category, and then the third is the digital services, followed by the oil and gas, and the last is the financial services. Now if we look at the revenue for the entire year, financial year 2021, and compare it to financial year 2020, except for revenues of the digital and the financial services, all the rest have come down, which is slightly disappointing. And similarly, looking at the profits, they have not given us the separate profits. What the company has provided us is the EBIT, which is the earnings before including the interest and tax. If we look at that, the highest one is the O2C, which is 9,177. Next is the digital services, 5,600. All these are in crores. And the third is the retail, and the fourth is the oil and gas, and the fourth is the financial services, and the last is the oil and gas. And again, after that, they have included the finance cost, the interest income, and together. So I don't know why they have not given the split up for each of these segments. They have combined it, and then finally they have given us the profit, which we just saw, comparing it to the previous quarters. Now individually we will quickly see how these segments have performed. Oil to chemicals, this is the segment which the company is trying to mark as a different subsidiary company, and this is the segment where the Saudi Aramco is interested in making their investment, and they are still, the company Reliance Industries is waiting for the National Company Law Tribunal's approval to make this segment as a subsidiary company. So oil to chemicals annual revenues declined by 29%, but the quarterly revenues increased by 21% comparing the previous quarter. Oil and gas annual revenues for this segment was down by 33.4% comparing year on year, but the quarterly revenues increased by 97% quarter on quarter. The media business were down the annual revenue by 0.5%. The retail segment revenue for the year was down by 3.3%. Net profit for the year was up by 0.60%. The company has also released the credit rating given by the credit rating agencies for the domestic and the international debts that the company have. For the domestic, both CRISIL and India Ratings have given the highest rating, CRISIL AAA stable. For the international debt,